is true, I don't see how folks can come to the conclusions that folks are drawing. Like I said, when I went to that grassroots organization meeting that was given here in the capital city by folks who are basically speaking about what's happening in foreign venue, quote unquote, school systems, or public or private warehouses, as I refer to them, uh, for the most part, folks were addressing symptoms of the issue. Now, they are sincere in their efforts, and I don't disagree with what they were discussing, at least to the form of it. The substance is where I draw the line. When folks are speaking to the poor performance of Offspring as a result of what they're doing in the foreign venues regimen, or correction, program, I have to take exception to a couple of things. Here's why. You cannot speak to the issue of the performance of the offspring exclusively. The offspring are nothing more than a mirror of the parents. So when I look at the offspring's behavior, by default what I'm looking at is the behavior or the lack thereof of appropriate behavior by their parents. Now, if your offspring only do what you require them to do, and you don't require them to do very much, well, you're not going to be able to reasonably expect maximum effort. This is a fact. So there are those who aspire to other things because they think differently. So I'm painting with a very broad stroke, but I admit that I'm speaking in general terms. There are exceptions to every rule. That being said, if the parents are not fully invested in their offspring, no less than 2 or 3 hours, if not more, per evening with their offspring in terms of their training regimen, if they're not homeschooling them with a homeschool variant of a viable curriculum and lesson plan operation, well then, the offspring are going to be open to a wide variety of things that they have no business in being engaged in. But the parents let them do it. So that's the reason that they're in the mess that they're in. If the parents don't take them off the Xbox or whatever they're playing, if the parents don't keep them indoors and say, well, no, you can't go outside, there will be no Xbox, there will be no forms of entertainment until not only do you prove to me that you are competent in this material, but you also show forth to me what's being done with that material by you in a socialization setting or quote-unquote schoolroom or a learning center, as we say. Now, if you go to our learning center, you're going to have to be able to show and prove a wide variety of things as the parents must be able to do. It's not a daycare system. This is a scenario where parents are going to be heavily involved. And if the parents have issues with reading, we will train them too. If they have a problem with math, we will sort that out as well. But the reading part, that we will do for free. If a parent is having issues with their system of learning because they don't have the ability to read themselves and they are part of the Amexem-Moor-Empire Learning Agency by default, no, that we will look after. We will make sure that they can read because we can't expect them to get their offspring moving forward if they can't do it themselves to see after their offspring. It's called familyhood. Mindset by mindset. Mindset by mindset. Household by household. Familyhood by familyhood. Inch by inch, mile by mile, coast to coast, North Amexem, Alkevalon, Harappa, and anywhere else that we plant the Amexem-Moor-Empire Imperial flag. This is where this is going. And I'm telling you here now, it's not merely about the performance of the offspring, it's what the parents do. So folks can take it or leave it. All I know is at the end of the day, it's a multi-pronged scenario that you're looking at. And you cannot only deal with one of them, you must address both. That's a hard reality. So I'm grateful that we have particular things in place. And we're saying this because there are parties out there who mean well, and there are other parties out there that's doing some work. And I'm pleased about that. I'm just saying that we are one of many fingers on the same fist. And I don't care how we get there. At the end of the day, all I really and truly care about are the results. And that means that we all get there, we all win.